Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be talking a little bit about intermittent fasting. You might have heard of it before, you might have not. If not, I'll just explain it really quickly. So intermittent fasting is basically where you block out a certain period of your day, doesn't matter what time, it can be done over at any time that suits your lifestyle, to fast, and then you only eat between certain hours. So an example of intermittent fasting might be that from 6 p.m. at night through to 10 a.m. in the morning you fast, and then you are only allowed to eat your calories, which you are counting between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. So we're going to go through some of the pros and cons of intermittent fasting. So basically a lot of people do it and it is successful for a lot of people. I have done it myself and I quite like it if you're only doing it for a short period of time. Now this is why. So intermittent fasting has helped with certain aspects of negative eating habits. So my negative eating habit that I used to have that I found hard to kick was snacking late at night when watching TV before bed. That was my favorite time and only time the whole day I would snack. So I would be really healthy from when I woke up and had breakfast and lunch and even dinner. But then I would sit down on my lounge, I'd put on my favorite show and I'd be like, oh, I wouldn't mind some popcorn with this, or I wouldn't mind an ice cream with this, and I would snack. And then once I had one snack, another snack came, because it just started that pattern and I was doing that almost every night. So I decided to give intermittent fasting a go and see if that helped, and it did. So basically if you're doing, which is what I did from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. That means that when I woke up at 6 a.m., 8 a.m., whatever time I woke up for my day that day, I could not have my first meal or coffee or anything until 10 a.m. Now this does not include water. I would have water at whatever time I wanted. And then at 10 a.m. I'd have, in respective whatever time I was hungry, maybe lunch at 12 or 1. If I wanted any snacks, which I rarely did during that time anyway, during the day. And then at 6 p.m. I would have to have finished my dinner or anything else I wanted to eat by 6 p.m. but I'd still be counting my calories. I wasn't just, going crazy and eating a whole heap of food between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. I was still making sure I was eating a healthy, well-efficient diet in that time. But then once 6 o'clock hit, I was like, okay, no, at 6 p.m. I am now fasting. I'm fasting until 10 a.m. So when I had that urge to have a packet of chips or popcorn or ice cream, if it was past 6 a.m. I couldn't have it, and I was really strict on that. And that lasted about 2 or 3 weeks, and then it actually helped me get into the habit of not wanting and not needing that popcorn and chips and lollies and everything else while I was sitting down watching a movie. I actually stopped craving it. So there's some of the reasons why, if you're trying to lose weight and you have a bad or a negative habit, it might not be the same as mine. You might, wake up and eat a lot of food and then you're pretty good from the afternoon onwards. You don't want to snack at night, you don't want to do anything like that. So you might need to make sure that your intermittent fasting time begins at 12, or you might work night shift. So you start your intermittent fasting at a different time, or you might not get home from work until 7. So you can't stop your fasting at 6 p.m. Start your fasting at 6 p.m. So it all depends on your lifestyle and what kind of habit you're trying to kick. But it definitely does work, in my opinion, if you stick to it. Now, with intermittent fasting, it is not something that you want to be doing forever. It does affect many different aspects. It can start a negative eating habit where, even if it's okay and you're well within your calories, you do not eat after that time, which can cause other things like, eating disorders, which we do not want. Or it can also affect your social life. If you're going out to dinner and dinner's not till 6 and everyone's eating dinner at a birthday party, you don't want to be the only one missing out and not eating dinner. So it is a good habit to do if you want to get into a good, strict, healthy eating plan for yourself without making too much of a change and without being too fussy. Now, the best part about intermittent fasting, so that big block of time where I'm fasting, I'm actually sleeping majority of that time. So a lot of it goes by without me even noticing. The real struggle is from like 6 p.m. to maybe 10 p.m. when I, am awake and wanting to eat. But then once you get used to it, like I said, you kind of kick that habit to the curb and you don't even feel that way anymore. So now that you know a little bit of more about intermittent fasting, I hope that it can help you with your decision whether you want to do it or not. I have so much more information on it, but this was just a quick little video to give you tip of the iceberg about it. So if you want to know more about intermittent fasting and how it affected me or how it might affect you, or you want to tell me about your journey with intermittent fasting, I would love to hear it. Please send me a message or add me on Instagram or Facebook at Get Started Fitness, and I'd love to hear from you. Bye.